and Intelligence Systems, ADCIS 2023, a gathering that promises to be a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration. I welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Naveen Kumar Chaudhary, Director, NFSU Goa Campus, Professor Suman Kundu, Director, BITS Pilani, KK Birla Goa Campus, Professor Meenal Kaushik, Dean Administration, BITS Pilani, KK Birla Goa Campus, Professor Jagdish Chand Bansal, South Asian University, New Delhi, Mr. Aninda Bose, Executive Editor, Springer Nature, and Professor Shantanu Sarkar, HOD CSIS Department, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, along with Professor Amya Kumar Pani, at Mathematics Department, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, and Chief Organizer, Professor Snehanshu Saha, and all the attendees who have joined us from various corners of the world. The lighting of the lamp, also known as the Deepa Prajwalan, holds a special place in our hearts. It signifies the triumph of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and the dispelling of all the negativities. Let this lamp lighting ceremony serve as a symbol of our commitment to our shared goals and aspirations. As we ignite this lamp, let us also ignite the flames of innovation, creativity, and progress within ourselves. Together, we shall illuminate the world with our collective research brilliance. Now I invite all the dignitaries on the dais to do us the honor of lighting this lamp, signify not only the beginning of this inaugural function, but also the commencement of our remarkable journey for this conference together. So please. I would now request all of you to please be seated on these stages. Before we proceed, I would like to request Swanali to please facilitate and present bouquets to our dignitaries. Professor Naveen Kumar Chaudhary, Director, NFSU Goa Campus. Swarnali, please. Professor Suman Kundu, Director, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus. Professor Meenal Kaushik, Dean Administration, BITS Pilani, Goa campus. Professor J.C. Bansal, South Asian University, New Delhi. Mr. Aninda Bose, Executive Editor, Springer Nature. Professor Shantanu Sarkar, HOD, CSIS Department, Goa campus. Professor Amya Kumar Pani, Department of Mathematics, BITS Pilani, Goa campus. He left? Okay. As we embark on this journey over the next few days, I urge each one of you to embrace the spirit of collaboration, exploration, and discovery. Our world faces challenges that are as complex as they are urgent. And it is only by pooling our collective expertise and insights that we can hope to address them effectively. With an objective of encouraging the spirit of research, collaboration, and innovations, I would now request Professor Suman Kundu, Director, BITS Pilani, Goa campus, to share his wisdom and insights with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Farah, for egging us on. A very good morning to you all. And it's a great joy and pleasure to welcome you all to this beautiful campus. All those who are visiting us for the first time, I'm sure you already like what you saw. Please go around and see more of our facilities and our infrastructure and campus, and you will like it. And we want you to see more of our facilities and infrastructures, talk to our faculties and students, and drive data. It may be not big data, but small amounts of data which you process and be our ambassadors and talk about us and see how you can drive research through collaborations with us. We are very open and take all our objectives forward. As I said, I am overjoyed that Department of Computer Sciences has organized the second international conference on advances in data-driven computing and intelligent system. We have with us Professor Naveen Chaudhary, who is our chief guest. He is also director of the National Forensic Sciences University. And I have known him since last year. We organized a joint conference here together, probably last November or December. And I know he will give you data-driven statistics on forensic sciences, cybersecurity and things like that. He does it beautifully. I also extend welcome to Professor Jagdish Chand Bansal uh, from SAU. And I think you were here last time as well, and we organized a meeting together. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Aninda Bose, Executive Director from Springer Nature. And it's a pleasure to have him here. Professor Meenal Kaushik, Dean Administration of the campus. And she is also another person who has to have lots of data in her head. A lot of the administration that she does is also data driven. We have more than 4,500 students on campus, and 218 faculties, more than 240 support staff, and all that comes to her, needs to be processed and action needs to be taken. Professor Santanu Sarkar, head of the Department of Computer Science, who has taken over recently as the head of the department and is leading from the front. Professor Saha, who is not here, who is right now teaching a class, uh, who is one of the coordinators of the event. Hemant, Kunal, and all of my colleagues here who are here from the Department of Computer Science, and all our dignitaries of the dais, our keynote speakers, our resource persons, delegates, students, faculties. I'm very happy to see that Department of Computer Sciences is taking such initiatives. Department of Computer Science is one among the leading departments in BITS Pilani, and as you would all agree, they are doing extremely well. Uh, a conference on data-driven computing and intelligence system. I don't need to uh, preach to the choir. You all know how important is in the current day. And as the director of the campus, as the first servant of the campus, it's also a pleasure to give you some statistics about BITS Pilani. Some of you will know, some of you will not know. BITS Pilani is an institute of eminence, and we'll be celebrating 60 years of our journey, starting next February 2024. Uh, it all started in Pilani, a very humble beginning, and I think all great things have humble beginning. Many of you here had a very humble beginning, and you have achieved quite a lot. From a pathshala with 2 students and 1 teacher, today it has 5 campuses, 4 in India and 1 in Dubai. So in addition to Pilani, you are in Goa campus. We have a campus in Hyderabad and Mumbai as well. More than 18,000 students in our regular courses, which spans engineering, science, humanities and social sciences, economics, management, law now. Our campus in Mumbai caters to management and law. So it's very multidisciplinary. And we also have very specific and unique programs like the work integrated learning program, where work professionals study with us and they get diplomas, degrees. There are more than 37,000 students in that program alone. So overall, you could say about more than 50,000, 52,000 students, about 1,200, about 1,000 faculties or so, and more than 1,200 staff. We have always been known as a very great teaching institute. We have the know-hows, we train our students, we impart them skills, which an outcome of that is tremendous. We have more than almost 95% placement from our institute, and students come to us in large number because the brand BITS Pilani works very well for them. Many of our students go into higher education, name it, even from Goa campus, which is only 20 years old. We have students who are in Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore and many other universities abroad, in India and abroad. So they're doing well. And we have more than 7,500 founders and co-founders and CEOs of big companies. BITS Pilani itself has produced 13 unicorns and 1 decacorn. You can very well compare with IITs. Each of them are larger than we are. And we have picked up research in the last decade, and we have taken to research in the same way a duck would take to water. our going by all the statistics, we the number of publications, the number of citations per faculty, all those metrics have tremendously improved. And the impact factor of the journals that we publish in has grown over the years. It's close to about 4.5 now. Computer science department actually has higher than the average impact factor of the university itself. There was an aversion to government funding to private institutes before. We have overcome that, and we are known for that. More than 325 crores of government funding that we received. We have incubators on campus, so innovation and entrepreneurship is driven even on campus. Our graduates who pass out do well, but even that happens on campus. So on all fronts, it's a all-round performance now, and there are many initiatives which we have taken even this year, in the last year, to drive research and make it a teaching and research institute, not only a teaching institute. The number of PhD students are growing. It's more than 1,800 now. Next 5 years, we plan to have more than 4,500. We plan to file 100 patents a year. These are all ambitious goals, but we are already working towards it. And this year, number of patents are almost we will reach. It looks like by the end of December, it will look 100. So we are driving all of it, and therein a lot of data, is that we process as a university. And talking about data, I think it has existed since the dawn of civilization. It has become more important now because over the years, data has been collected. I don't see a single branch or single discipline where data is not important. You name it, and it's all data driven. From agriculture, even spraying fertilizer on crops is data driven, because you have to look at the time, the weather, the climate. Forensic sciences, of course. Banking, finance has always been data driven. It has become more so. Agriculture, I already said. Health, you name it. Medical sciences, there is no end to it. And universities like us also drive a lot of data for us to support, for example, admissions, examinations, any aspect of it. So it's very important conference, and I'm sure that in this you will get to network and brainstorm and come up with maybe sort of a white paper as to how BITS Pilani should look at it, and what kind of research that we can drive. And as I look at it, even India, a country that discovered zero and had all the knowledge about astronomy, astronomical science, planetary systems, data always has been important. As we all know, the way the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization was created, the way many of our temples with beautiful architecture has been created, all must have been some kind of data that is driven. Over time, our consensus, our elections, sports, all of those were data driven, and science itself is big time data driven. I represent the discipline of biological sciences, and big data is big time in biological sciences. When the genome sequence, human genome sequence, was given to us, so drafted. After that, genome sequences of several organisms have come into, and then we all do that, as medical practitioners, as biologists. Big data analysis is big in our field as well. I myself am a protein engineer, protein science. We all know how the first data science, the first database was created with only a few proteins, very little known at that time, in peptides. And it has grown over time, so much so that AlphaFold now, which is data driven based on all the first principles that you know, based on all the structures available, can predict three-dimensional structures of proteins with remarkable accuracy, which was unthinkable of. And medical sciences, from precision robotics to every aspect of it, is all data-driven and database. And this has led to new areas, new disciplines, new jobs. For example, we have all the data, we analyze it, but then many decision is based on data. So decision science has come up in a big way out of it. I see these days jobs advertised for decision scientists as well. So a lot of it has been driven by that, and I'm sure that you will have a wonderful time here, presenting your papers, discussing and deliberating in this important area of science, and coming up with new ideas, new collaborations, new networks, and drive it forward, from our country. I was looking at the schedule. It is wonderful. There are many aspects. I looked at big data analysis, emerging techniques, image and signal processing, intelligence systems, computational intelligence, a large number of it. I picked one just to see what is there. For example, big data analytics. And I saw a range of areas that are covered there, which includes data collection and processing for smart medical words, to agriculture, to credit card frauds, and to forensics, and to whatnot. So it's a very diverse areas that you are deliberating upon, and I'm very happy to see that. And I'm sure that this conference itself will drive a lot of new ideas and new research. With that, I welcome you again to the conference, and I hope you'll enjoy your time here. But as scientists, all this data, big data analysis, new ways, new emerging techniques, also bring in a lot of ethical concerns, and you must deliberate on those. I think in every aspect of conference there must be a session on that, so that you can also discuss the ethical concerns, and the kind of sophisticated fraud that goes on, and how to deal with that, the social good, and all the responsibilities that as scientists that we carry. I hope you can all drive that, and welcome you all. And I saw we have several keynote speakers. Dr. Sripanna Shaha, Dr. Naveen Chaudhary is also here. Professor Swagatam Das, Prananda Bose is also here. So general chairs, all the resource persons, speakers, delegates, welcome you, and have a wonderful conference. Thank you for the opportunity to address. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your wise words always motivates us. In this era of boundless information, our ability to process, analyze, and interpret data has never been more critical. Data driven computing has evolved from being a mere tool to becoming the very foundation upon which innovation and decision making rest. It enables us to find patterns in the noise, to predict future trends, and to make informed choices that benefit individuals, organizations, and societies at large. I would now like to invite our chief guest, Professor Naveen Kumar Chaudhary, Director, NFSU Goa Campus, to impart his valuable words and experiences. Sir, please.
Dignitary, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Professor Suman Kundu, Director, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, Professor Jagdish Chandra Bansal, South Asian University, Mr. Aninda Bose, Executive Editor, Springer Nature, UK, London, Professor Meena Kaushik, Dean Administration, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, Professor Sarkar, HOD Computer Science Department, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, dignitaries of the dais, faculty members from BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, National Forensic Sciences University, Goa Campus, participants. I can also see some international participants who I have been told that Many of them have joined online, and students from different institutions. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Soft Computing Research Society, which is the brainchild behind this event, second international conference on advances in data-driven computing and intelligent systems, in collaboration with BITS Pilani Goa campus and National Forensic Sciences University Goa campus. Uh, while going through the conference literature, I found that in the next 3 days, 28 online sessions and 6 physical sessions of 1 hour each and 30 minutes is planned, wherein the experts and researchers from industry and academia will cover their research work in the niche areas of data-driven computing and intelligent systems under the sub-theme of emerging techniques, big data analytics, image oblique signal processing, and intelligent systems. The conference has received overwhelming response, a total of 1,075 research articles from 20 different countries with 1,488 authors were received, and after a rigorous peer review by more than 540 reviewers, 160 papers have been approved for the conference. So that speaks um about the quality of the papers that have been accepted. So how this topic is relevant, not only in context of India, but in context of whole globe. So first of all, look in context of India. When we look at India, especially the digital DNA of India, so India can, be proud of one of the best digital public infrastructure in the world. Okay. And this post G20 conference, if you see, 6 countries have shown their interest in in taking this digital stack, what we have, what we call we proudly say it, this UIDAI, this Aadhaar. Then we have this UPI, Unified Payment Interface. What we have been able to showcase with these kind of digital public infrastructure, direct bank transfer and all those things, that how to connect the common citizen at the grassroots level to the mainstream development of the nation. Okay, how to deliver uh, the government schemes, how that to ensure that benefit of that scheme reaches at the grassroots level to the common man. And this is what makes this entire technological initiative a successful model. And that's why the entire world is looking up at this model, that okay, fine, there are many smaller countries, they have their own UIDI kind of setup, but India has 1.40, not even a single case of data breach. Such a huge data with so much of biometrics. And then when people talk about Indian standards, let me tell you, those when we talk about data privacy, data security, then India has one of the stringent norms, even when it came to share this data with the criminal, because a lot of in India also a lot of projects are going on. So there was a request to share these biometrics and all those personal data with a network that was to be integrated with one of the project that was primarily envisaged to be a part of the criminal justice delivery system. So a lot of debate took place, and finally it was decided that we are not going to integrate it. And what is the reason? The reason was data privacy and data secrecy. Okay, and that's why we have our draft bill in consideration. But when other countries they talk of their data privacy bills, data privacy act, India has already started practicing it on ground, and we are very sensitive towards the data of a common man. Okay, so when this conference proposal came, so what was at the back of my mind when one of my professors brought this conference proposal? The at back of my mind was that ultimately, if you look at the charter of our university and ultimate mission of our university, it is to strengthen the criminal justice delivery system and make the society and world a safer place to live. We have 10 campuses. This is the first public university which has established a campus abroad, all through the through the government initiative or the many requests. 6 countries have requested now to establish this kind of campus in their respective countries. All these are under consideration at the highest level. But the world forensics, which used to be a specialized domain, and it used to be limited to only department or division level in the university or the institution. With this full-fledged university coming, and then headed by one of the senior most forensic scientists, Padam Shri Dr. J.M. Vyas, forensics has got a visibility. In fact, this university has a lot of footprint, international footprints. We have MOU with more than 123 partners. Most of them are international partners, and those MOU are effective MOUs. Because when you sign the MOU, you are more concerned about deliverables of that MOU, how to operationalize that MOU so you can work in that spirit and template of that MOU and deliver. So I am very proud to say that most of the MOU we have signed with our international partner, it is those MOUs are effective MOUs. Let it be, and some of our preferred partners, they are working in those areas which are areas of concern, like data science. That I also have a keynote speech there. I will be discussing about these aspects. But then most of the areas which are of concern is like when we talk about data is a new oil. People are saying new dollar. Earlier, there was one time people used to call, use a term petrodollar because petrol was so important in 70s. Okay. Now people started using a term data is a new oil. Then people started saying, okay, data is a new dollar. But then people said, okay, why not my currency? Then people started using a term data is a new diamond. Okay. And even rightly, if you see that which are the top 5 companies in terms of revenue generation, you will find the top 5 companies. If I ask you, you will find that which for the last 3 years, which companies remain on top 5. You will find all these companies. Let it be Meta, let it be Google, let it be Apple. Earlier, even Bidu and this Alibaba used to be in top 10. So they have a huge data set. They have a huge data set, and that huge data set is their strength. So let it, and how they are analyzing it with the AI/ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning, then deep learning. The data science has got now another, jump. It has taken another leap. Okay. Now, a lot of opportunities are there in terms of forensics. Why I was keen, because one of the areas where we are working on is how to get the forensic data and how to work on it, okay, using the basic principles of data science. And then ultimately the aim is for the larger good of the society and the world. Then how to share this data? This data sharing is also very important, because most of the time we talk, most of the nations talk data intelligence, information surveillance. Like one of the theme is, one of the interconnected theme is intelligent systems. We talk of drones, we talk of driverless cars, we talk of a drone which can, identify the target and bombard. Intelligent system. From soft computing, we are talking of, now quantum computing. The university has got into a project along with one of the partners. We are working on a quantum chip, quantum application. So now a lot of things are happening, but then how to translate all those things for the larger good of the society, for the larger good of the country, that is also very, very important. And that's what I mentioned initially, that when we had a complete digital public infrastructure, so when we say that India has, last year, half billion, almost half billion digital transactions, right from Sabji Wala to even you go to the one of the, best mall, you will find that all, people are using this UPI. Okay. And see the change in India. I recently I had been to Delhi, and one of the beggar came to me with a, so this is the way, country is changing and adopting the technology. Okay. So empowering the rural India, semi-urban India, by by linking the application of the technology. And that's why I mentioned that our digital public infrastructure based initiatives are the best example. If you talk about the DBT, direct bank transfer, which we have achieved by that jam trinity. What that jam trinity is, that linking the mobile, linking the Aadhaar with the mobile number. And who are the biggest beneficiaries? Most of the account number, when the data was analyzed, they found that women in rural and semi-rural India, they are the one, they have opened the account, and they are the, one of the biggest beneficiaries. So this is the way we are bringing a positive change in our society. And this is how the adoption of the technology should take place for any country which aspires to do good for the larger good of their people and the society. So this is how the adoption of technology is changing the Bharat of 21st century at the grassroots level. With the other two flagship programs which I would like to mention of Government of India, that is Digital India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, the country is all set to play important role in the new world order, wherein ranking of the country is decided in its capacity to translate its challenges into opportunities through innovation, indigenization, addressing the local problems with homegrown technologies, and then from local taking it to global level. The earlier we understand this, better it is for us, even for the for the academicians and for the students who are our future. World has become a global village. Therefore, it's time to think locally and act globally. But most of the students, they come to me, sir, I have found a very good paper. It's talk about this. Fine. I say, what about the 10 problems I had given you? These are based on our societal problem, our country problem. This paper is good, but look at the regional aspect of that paper. This research work was done in this background, and this background suits that kind of environment. So what you have to do, you have to pitch your research work at a local level, at a regional level. And outcome of that should shape your global vision, how you can implement it in different, regional environment. That is also a challenge I face when I interact with these students as a dean of the university and as the, head of the School of Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics. So I will not take much time. I have gone through the list of the papers. Looking at the quality of the research papers, I am sanguine. The output or the outcome of the conference that is going to be published in Scopus indexed Springer book series, lecture notes in network and system, will have many takeaways for the scientific community, for the industry, for the students, for the academicians. I wish the participants happy learning and networking as well. You are in Goa, one of the most sought after tourist destinations. We had a one conference day for yesterday in the university, and a lot of international participants had come. And some of the Russians, they met me, and somebody told me I am also, the director of NFSU Goa campus, and they had all, praises about Goa. They have been to Goa and all those things. So this conference is in Goa, and then this place is, known for its tourist destination. So a good place definitely adds value to the event and prospects of meaningful exchange of ideas. And what could be a better venue for this event than this beautiful campus of BITS Pilani Goa campus? So enjoy the conference sessions, discussions, deliberations, and professionally meaningful networking with the experts who have come all the way from different part of India and the world to join this event. Namaskar and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Aninda Bose is an executive editor with Springer Nature. He is a part of global acquisition team at Springer Nature and is responsible for the acquisition of scientific content across the globe, particularly in interdisciplinary applied sciences. Now I request him to enlighten us with his thoughts. So please.
Good morning. Good morning. I know when people sit for a while and they usually after an hour they go to the trance, it's very difficult to stay alive and conscious of it. Fantastic day. Very proud to be here. Second time in succession to ATSIS. A wonderful team of Bits, Hemant, Snehanshu, and meeting our editor-in-chief, Professor Kundu. So it's like a lovely day started for me. So, and I assure that you will also have a fantastic day. You have heard the numbers, everyone was talking about this 1,000 papers and all. Second edition, we started 2 years back. Jagdish came to me. We talked about this with another person who is not here. He is not present here. He is taking some sessions in Europe in some city, Swagatam Das from ISI. We did a brainstorming at that whether to name this the same thing, intelligent systems. There are so many conferences, You just go and look at the number of conferences which are happening in a day. In computer science, 100 conferences per day. So when I am standing here and talking to you, 99 more conferences are happening in the same or similar areas. And of course, there are other. So getting 1,000 plus papers, not an easy task, to be honest with you. First year, we got around 687 papers. Now, suddenly, there is a doubling of the papers, So when you have good papers, when you have good numbers, so immediately there is a huge pressure on the team. Firstly, reviewing them. People who are doing this activity, they know very well what exactly is there for them. Then how many papers will be published? We have given acceptance of 120 papers from Springer. They came back to us with the guns pointing at us. we need another 50, we need another 60 papers. It's difficult, at times it is not easy to give so many volumes, but we have to, because these 1,000 papers are mostly, there are so many good papers, it is very difficult to reject anything. It's not easy task. Rejecting is more difficult than accepting, if we go about that. So it's an interesting scenario. And another big challenge for conference organizers is basically this hybrid mode, which you will see everywhere and is written over there. Pre-COVID, everything was physical. People used to come. They used to have a conference. Post-COVID or during COVID period, everything was online, virtual. We are happy that we were able to continue with that, but now it's hybrid. Now, hybrid is a big challenge, because when I am standing here and talking to you, I cannot move from here because online people are hearing me. So I cannot move and go there. So it's a not only for challenge for me, for organizers attending, making it possible, taking into account, and especially takeaways of conferences have reduced. The reason is very simple. You switch on your computer, the moment it's over, you switch, your talk is done, you're going away, you don't want to listen to anybody. Conference is not that. Physical conferences are meant for hearing other people also, not only giving your presentation. So my only uh, I should say it's my honor to be here, but at the same time, it's a request to you guys that please attend the full track. Listen to people. The tracks are made in such a way and created in such a way so that you can learn from them, other presentations, and you can have collaborations. That is the most important aspect of takeaways and collaborations, because everything works on networking. If you have a good networking after this conference, the conference is successful. Otherwise, it's not. Enjoy Goa, enjoy conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Meenal Kaushik is the Dean Administration at BITS Pilani Goa campus and a professor of biological sciences with 20 plus years of research and teaching experience. Now I would request her to address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
So it's still good morning, I think. Good morning to all of you. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Chaudhary, dignitaries on the dais, Professor Kundu, Professor Bansal, Mr. Bose, Professor Sarkar, and dignitaries of the dais, the organizing team, Snehanshu, Hemant, and all of you who are here from different parts of the country and the world, and those of you who are attending this online. Welcome to BITS Pilani Goa campus, and thank you to the organizers for inviting me here today. It is wonderful to see that today you have all gathered to deliberate upon advances in data-driven computing and intelligent systems. And you have experts lined up who will discuss its applications in diverse areas from AI, ML, neural networks to applications in bioinformatics, environmental sciences, etc. For me as a biologist, as Professor Kundu mentioned, even for me, it's fascinating to see how data-driven computing has given a new dimension to several fields in biology, spanning from predictive models for climate change to disease prediction. So climate change is a very important environmental challenge for all of us. We are all aware of it. We are seeing, its implications in various forms. And we know what our planet is facing, and there is considerable uncertainty with respect to the social and environmental impact that climate change is going to have. And this is mainly because of the maybe limited knowledge with respect to how we apply the data which is already available. And this impacts important. So climate change is something that also impacts other areas like food security, water resources, biodiversity, other socio-economic issues, etc. So it is exciting to know that data-driven approaches are transforming, what we understand with respect to climate change and the environment, and they have significant potential for applications in these areas, so that the already existing wealth of climate and ecosystem data, which is available through, say, satellite or ground-based sensing systems, can be used to improve our understanding of the various factors contributing to climate change and environmental disasters. Similarly, the use of available data in the healthcare systems, we know, is transforming how prevention, prediction, how the doctors and the patients are approaching disease or healthcare systems. So these tools will not only help healthcare professionals, but also, the patients in taking more informed decisions to improve health outcomes. So it is very encouraging to know that such predictive models will be useful in all types of conditions, from lifestyle diseases to prediction of, say, autoimmune diseases. So while the opportunities of using these data-driven computing and intelligent systems are many, gatherings like this will support this, in deliberating on these, how it can be applied and put to practice. So I wish all the participants, happy deliberations, networking, and that you all actively engage in trying to understand the various aspects of data-driven computing. And I would also like to say that while you are at BITS Pilani Goa campus, take, once again, as Professor Kundu mentioned, take this opportunity to visit our labs, our facilities, and interact with our faculty. And again, since Goa is a tourist place, once again, of course, it's a tourist place, but I think in addition to the beaches, our campus is very green and beautiful. So enjoy the 3 days that you're here. Enjoy the beauty and the serenity of our campus as well, and have a lovely time during the conference, and of course after the conference in Goa. So welcome once again, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. J.C. Bansal is an associate professor at South Asian University, New Delhi, and visiting faculty of mathematics and computer science, Liverpool Hope University, UK. His primary area of interest is swarm intelligence and nature-inspired optimization techniques. He is General Chair ADCIS 2023. Now I request Professor J.C. Bansal to present the ADCIS 2020 reports. Sir.
Good morning, Honorable Director, Professor Naveen Chaudhary, the Director NFSU, Professor Suman Kundu, Director, Goa Campus, BITS Pilani, Professor Sarkar, Head of the Computer Science Department, Dean Professor Meenal, my friend Dr. Aninda Bose, co-organizer Dr. Lokesh Chauhan, Professor Snehanshu. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be part of this very good established conference now. So about the conference, much have already been said. Professor Naveen Chaudhary, Professor Kundu have already emphasized about the usability, about the importance of the data. And of course, if any topic, any particular area of research is important, then conferences, publications, new research, new courses are important on that. So of course, conferences are an integral part to explore that particular research area. And this conference is the one attempt to feed the requirements of the data research in the field of computer science. I want to share the two things about this conference with the kind consent of my co-general chair, Professor Snehanshu and Dr. Swagatam Das in absentia. That the ultimate objective of about this conference is that in next 5 years, we want to make this conference as a category conference. We want to make it with the help of good quality selection of the papers. The number two things that I have discussed yesterday with Mr. Aninda Bose about this is the one step to make the conference the A category conference in the field of computer science, that from next year we will try the one volume that is open access in this conference. That is open access means the authors who will select their paper to make open access, it will be available free to download throughout the world by anybody. No need to subscribe the proceedings. If the institute is not subscribing that particular book series of Springer, even then he or she can read your research paper. This will make this will attract more citations to those particular papers. So from next years we are going to implement this, And of course, we are experimenting with one volume next year, and all remaining volumes will be subscription-based volumes. Um, Apart from the general chair of the conference, I'm the part of Soft Computing Research Society as general secretary. I'm the founder member of this society. So I want to discuss 2 minutes about the society also. This society was established in the year 2013 with the headquarter in Delhi, and the objective is to give platform like this to the researchers in the field of soft computing. Of course, now the soft computing has become an umbrella word, so we are widening the horizon of the society, and like IEEE or any other society, considering the huge requirement of the soft computing techniques in the even in allied areas, we are considering the conferences, workshops, training programs in the society to other areas also. In next coming 2 years, we are planning few conferences, training programs in the management area also. So that, of course, the management is now no not much different from the data handling. So everywhere the data is required, so we require that the management people can also benefit from the society. So in next coming 2 years, we will organize few conferences in the management also. Right now, we have around 5,000 regular members throughout the India and abroad in the society. From last 10 years, this year, we have just completed, in July, we have completed 10 years. In 2013, it was established. So in the 10 years, more than 100 events we have organized. From last 4 years, the events have been increased exponentially in the society with the induction of few employees, with the induction of few other members in the society, academic members, of course. So in the year 2023 only, we are organizing 24 international conferences, 3 workshops in the year only. And of course, in 2024, the objective is to organize at least 30 events in 1 year in the society. And the membership drive will also be increased in the next year. From last year, we have introduced another concept in the society. Actually, before the last year, the society, the people who are only the research students or the faculty members can join the society. Undergraduate students were not allowed to join the society as a member. So, of course, since it's a research society, so we cannot allow them to join a regular member. But now we have introduced a new concept, because I personally feel, of course, the other board members also felt the same, that the undergraduate students are a good means to explore the new ideas. They are always come with the organic ideas. They have more energy to implement their ideas. So we thought that undergraduate students should also be given the chance to explore the benefits of the society. So we have started from last year. We have started SCRS, of Computing Research Society Students Chapter. So where the undergraduate students can join, and there are only a one-time fee, lifetime for lifetime one-time fee 500 rupees we have kept for undergraduate students, and they cannot join directly the society. They can join the society via some institute. So the institute membership is given, SCRS student membership is given to the student to the institute, and they can join that particular chapter, that institute chapter. So we have started all these new things. I wish you best of luck. I'm very much thankful actually to all the keynote speakers. Professor Chaudhary, he will be the first keynote speaker here. Mr. Ananda Bose, Dr. Swagatam Das, Professor C. Parna Saha from IIT Patna. Professor Swagatam Das is one of the general chairs also. This time he is not able to come because he's in Europe, as Mr. Ananda Bose said. C. Parna Saha is from IIT Patna. They are delivering the keynote speakers. Please do attend all the keynote speeches, whether they are offline or online. Please try to attend as many as parallel sessions here and online. Have a great learning experience. And of course, as everybody said, enjoy this land of joy, the Goa. Thank you so much.
I would request JC Bansal to make an announcement.
Actually, it's my honor actually, on behalf of the president of the Soft Computing Research Society, I have my honor to announce the two things today. From time to time, it's not a regular feature, but from time to time, the people who have done good in academics, remarkable achievements in academics, as well as in administration, we award them the honorary membership of the society, that is for the lifetime. So this time we are awarding this to the two dignitaries here, the two directors here, Professor Naveen Chaudhary, Director NFSU, and Professor Suman Kundu, Director Goa Campus BITS Pilani. I would like Professor Sinansu Saha also to join here on the stage to please award.
Thank you, Professor Bansal. That's an honor, but I think that's also a freebie that comes with positions like that. It's a pleasant surprise, and yes, that's what I say. Now it comes with even higher responsibility, and I have to immerse myself in data-driven science. Well, no, only with biology we can do that. But thank you very much for the honor, and thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Gargi to please present the mementos to our dignitaries. Professor Naveen Kumar Chaudhary, Director, NFSU. Professor Suman Kundu, Director, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus. Professor Meenal Kaushik, Dean Administration, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus. Professor J.C. Bansal, South Asian University, New Delhi. Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Professor Shantanu Sarkar, the Head of Department of Computer Science and Information Systems, BITS Pilani, Goa Campus, to deliver a vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable dignitaries in the dais. I stand before you today with a profound sense of gratitude and an immense pleasure as we actually conclude the opening ceremony of these advances in data-driven computing and intelligent systems, ADCIS 2023. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you who have graced this occasion. Firstly, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest and keynote speakers, Professor Naveen Kumar Chaudhary, Mr. Anindya Bose, Professor Swagatam Das, and Dr. Suparna Saha, who will enlighten us at this conference with their knowledgeable and insights in the field of data-driven computing and intelligent systems. Your contributions will certainly set the tone for an intellectually stimulating conference. A special word of thanks goes to our dedicated organizing committee, especially General Chairs, Professor Carlos Coelho, Professor Swagatam Das, Professor Snehanshu Saha, Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bansal, and Dr. Lokesh Chauhan for planning this conference. I would like to express our appreciation to Professor Suman Kundu, Director, Pilani KK Birla Goa Campus, and Professor Miral Kaushik for providing us an kind of conducive environment, infrastructure, and technical support. Our gratitude also extends to the reviewers and the program committee members who have diligently reviewed this huge set of submissions, ensuring the quality and relevance of the content presented in this conference. A special thanks and cheers to our Department of CSIS Goa campus, faculty coordinators, computer center, and volunteers who have put their countless hours of effort and dedication to ensure that the smooth execution of this conference. In this context, I would like to specifically mention Dr. Hemant Rathore, who have really worked hard, and without his effort, this conference would not have been possible. Your enthusiasm and commitment have been truly inspiring. Finally, I'd like to also extend our sincere appreciation to all the presenters, researchers, and scholars who have submitted their invaluable work to this conference. Your research is not only enriching this conference, but also is contributing significantly to the advancement of science and technology, specifically in the context of data-driven computing. So as we move forward to the conference, so let's carry forward the spirit of collaboration and innovation that has brought us together. So use this opportunity to not just present your work, but also listen to others and do networking, enjoy Goa, enjoy this climate, and take the most of this enriching experience. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful conference.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words. I would like to request the Chief Organizer, ADCIS, Professor Snehanshu Saha, to say a few words. Sir, please.
Good morning. I was not supposed to say anything, but all right. I welcome you all to the beautiful state of Goa, to the beautiful campus of BITS Pilani Goa campus, and do spare some time to visit our department, talk to our faculty members and collaborators. There is some exciting work in cutting edge computing and data science going on. As Professor Bansal was mentioning, we have a plan regarding this conference, which is probably to make this conference as the only Indian conference to break into the core A in the next 5 years. We have a lot of hard work to do. We have to take the conference outside the country, and there has to be more cross kind of disciplinary participation, because all of these factors are looked into core A ranking these days. But we are hopeful, because last year we had about 700 and we accepted 160. This year we had more than 1,000 papers and we accepted about 140. So which is less than 15% rate of acceptance. And let me tell you, that is far below the standard core A. Core A is about 19% acceptance globally. And so we are already reaching that. So the peer review standards have gone up. We have been able to rope in a lot of very good peer reviewers, and that's important for the conference to succeed. We hope to see some of the ideas that are in published form in the conference to break new frontiers in data science, and not only gain citations, but also probably act as indicators or leading lights for certain problems that industry are always keen to solve. Of course, I thank all of my colleagues here who helped me organize the conference, and the PhD students and undergraduate student volunteers, right? And Farha, Gargi, Swarnali, Sucharita, thank you very much. Hemant, of course. I don't know what I would do without you. And next year, if it happens on Goa, you're probably gone. So that's a matter of concern. But anyway, thank you so much for making it here. Enjoy the conference. Talk to us. Talk among yourselves. Ask questions during the paper presentations. Right? Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. In conclusion, let us embark on this journey with a sense of purpose, a hunger for knowledge, and a commitment of making the world a better place through the transformative power of data and intelligence. Together, we can chart a course towards a future that is not only data driven, but also more compassionate, equitable, and sustainable. Thank you, and may this conference be a source of inspiration and enlightenment for all of us. Let the exchange of ideas begin. I now invite everyone to enjoy tea, and we will reconvene after the break for the keynote speeches sharp after 15 minutes. Please, all of you, assemble sharp after 15 minutes from now on. You guys can just go and enjoy the tea now. Thank you.